it might be time to ask for some help. That's what the Consolidation Transition Task Force Finance Committee determined at this morning's meeting. The group set a 60-day deadline to come up with a budget and made a recommendation to change the start date of the new government. But the committee says going forward, they need experts to help with this transition. They're heading in the right direction. But when it comes to speed, Pearlie Tolliver says the Consolidation Task Force Finance Committee needs to pick it up.
We're moving, that's for sure. We're probably not moving at the pace that I would personally like to see us move.
Despite flying through agenda items at their hour-long meeting, Tolliver was candid in her closing remarks, saying it may be time to bring in experts.
We are limited as a body, even the complete task force, and certainly our finance committee. We're limited on our expertise in making this process go where it needs to go.
But they did accomplish what was outlined. The group put a 60-day deadline on themselves to come up with a budget. They also recommend moving the start date of the new government up 2 weeks.
It makes sense from an accounting standpoint to use January 1.
The committee also suggested the city and county create 2 half-year budgets for fiscal year 2014. Bibb County Chairman Sam Hart says these are steps in the right direction.
Go ahead and prepare a separate budget which would give them the exact amount of what their expenditures ought to be going forward.
But going forward, all committee members agree combining the county and city may be too much work for them to handle on their own. Finance Committee member Bill Underwood says it's time to bring in the people who've done this before.
To help us avoid some of the rough spots that people have encountered in the past.
And you think that's something that's necessary?
I think that's something that is smart.
A step this entire committee is ready to take together. The Carl Vinson Institute is one agency the group plans to request a quote from. Tolliver says that group has experience with consolidating governments. All of the recommendations talked about at today's meeting will be discussed by the entire task force on October 17th.